Solution is the homogeneous mixture of two or more constituents. It may be limited in range or more. म्हणजे पुढं तर solution it is the homogeneous mixtures of two or more more substances, त्याला सोल्युशन म्हणतात. आता त्या सोल्युशन मध्ये सोल्यूट आणि सॉल्व्हंट these are the main constituents. Without both are mixed do not make the solutions. मग सोल्यूट म्हणजे काय, त्याची सोल्यूट means it is the substance which can be dissolved in solvent, it is called solute. And solvent, those substance dissolve the solute, it's called solvent. This is the three basic points for solutions. Then after we see the true solution, coarse mixture, colloidal dispersions. These are we are already seen in last or previous lecture. Today we now start the types of solutions. We now seen the 9 types of the solutions. Now these 9 types in previous lecture we will be display here. Solid, liquid, solid gas, liquid solid, liquid gas, gas solid, gas liquid, and gas. These 9 types of solutions. Now in this chapter we will see the mostly solid liquid solutions major. And what is the examples of solid liquid? Which is the example of solid liquid mixture? It's very simple example. When amount of sugar dissolve in water, here is the sugar is solute and water is solvent. The quantity of solute is limited and solvent much more quantity as compared to solute. When the sugar can be dissolved in solvent as like water to make a definite proportion of solutions. Our focus in this chapter, we will see the chapter of solid in liquids and gas in liquids. Okay. Now, here the recall of the some concept. Here we see the recall of
चार्जिंग बाजूला तरी 3% चार्जिंग
percentage of mass of
गनमन छाप
solute can be calculated. Some concept is recall now here. Percentage mass of solute. These points or these topics you have already learned in the 11th standard, or those students can be studied of the JEE and CET and NEET. These students already expert in these points. But now here we recall the mass of solute in dissolved in solvent 2 from 100 gram of solution. Percentage mass of solute. Here we recall the some points. Percentage mass. First, percentage mass of solute. What is the formula of percentage mass of solute? Anyone? Mass of solute divided by mass of solution. Mass of solute divided by mass of solute plus mass of solution into 100. It's very basic, it's very essential to know you these points, because when you can solve the problems in exam, there is a very less amount of time, dears, and if you master in this examples, then your time is saved. Okay, there is percentage mass of solute is equal to mass of solute divided by mass of solute plus mass of solution into 100. We see the some points step by step. This is the first point, percentage mass of solute divided by mass of solute plus mass of solution into 100. This is mass of solute in gram dissolved in solvent to make a solution of 100 gram. It's a definition, varies. This is the formula. Now we can see here the one example in previous year book, 12th book. Now first problem there is 34.2 gram of glucose dissolved in 400 gram of water. Now problem here, first 34.2 gram of glucose dissolve in 400 gram of solvent, means water, and here is to form the 454 gram of solution, 400 gram of water, calculate 400 gram of water and calculate the percentage mass of solute. Calculate percentage mass of.
सर फॉर्म्युला मध्ये मास ऑफ सॉलिड प्लस मास ऑफ सॉल्वेंट असेल.
राइट, ठीक है. मास ऑफ सोल्यूट इज इक्वल टू how much? 34.2 gram, and mass of total solution is 400 grams. How much is mass of solute? Mass of solvent 400 gram. Now put this value. Mass of solute is 34.2 gram and mass of solute is 34.2 plus solvent mass 400 is equal to, multiply by 100,
7.9.
7.987 म्हणजेच 7.9 नियर बाय. ठीक आहे. हे आहे वेट बाय वेट. Why this problem we can show here? You know how to calculate, but these points we can be utilized to for next understanding. This is weight by weight. Percentage of solute is weight by weight. And another point is percentage mass of solute we can be calculated by volume, V by V. Another one example here is also, but you can try it after end of our class. 10 gram of urea dissolved in 500 gram of water. 10 gram of urea dissolved in 500 gram of water, and to calculate the percentage of mass weight by weight, means calculate the mass. We can derive all terms, weight by weight term, volume by volume term, then mole fraction, then molarity, then molality. How to difference? We can only read, but the relation, if you know, you can understand these topics. Now next is percentage by volume by volume. And what is different between percentage of mass of solute, weight by weight and volume by volume? When solute dissolve in liquid, and to calculate the concentrate or percentage amount of solute, how to calculate? Percentage mass of solute is equal to volume of solute divided by volume of solute plus volume of solvent. Now here is volume, same. We not get here the example of volume by volume. Similar way you can calculate it. We can just hint you the recall points. Now here is explain the percentage of mass of solute by volume is a temperature dependent quantity. Volume by volume is temperature dependent quantity. If temperature is rise, to change in volume, means weight by weight is very clarified. It's very good method to calculate the percentage of mass. But percentage of mass of solute calculated by volume, it depends on temperature. If temperature rise, the volume is vary. Volume it changes. Here is also one example, but it's not essential because lack of time. We can get a next point, mole fraction. You know that mole fraction x1 is equal to n1 upon n1 plus n2 and x2 is equal to n2 upon n1 plus n2. Mole fractions is a unitless quantity, number of component presents of the total number of moles of component in the solution. Mole fraction आपण कसं calculate करतो? Number of components of number of moles of component of substance in number of component present in the solvent. Mole fraction is unitless quantity. Now next we see the molarity. Now molarity is, what is definition of molarity? We see directly the number of moles of solute dissolved in 1 liter of solvent. It is called the molarity. Or another way we define it, the number of mole of solute in per dm cube of solvent. It is called molarity. Here is the example of formula of number of moles of solute in volume of solution in dm cube. Molarity expressed in mole per dm cube. Liter, here is liter means dm cube, 1 liter of solvent. Solute, 1 gram of solute or 1 mole of solute dissolved in 1 liter of solvent, means here is the volume present. Previously we see that if there is volume means liquid, there is depend on temperature, means liquid change or effect by temperature, means the temperature affect the volume, and hence it's a drawback of the molarity because it cannot find out the actual concentration of the solutions because temperature affect the volume of solutions, and hence it is the drawback. And liable is molality because molality is moles of solute. Moles of solute dissolved in 1 kg of solvent. It is called as molality. And here is a solvent in kg. And this is the mass kg. It's not affected by temperature, and hence there is no change of concentration of solution, means calculated amount, there is no change. And hence here also noted that, because here also noted कि volume affected by temperature, hence its drawback of the molarity. But in molality there is no effect temperature of a volume, and hence the molality is liable. And here is explain this formula, and you know that molarity, normality formula you are well known. Molarity is equal to volume of moles of solute divided by volume of solution in per liter, volume of solution, or dm cube. And molality, it is the formula of number of moles of solute and number of mass of solvent in kg. Molarity, in molarity, number of moles of solution in liter, and molality, number of moles of solution in kg. There is different methods to calculate or percentage mass or calculate the molality. Kg method is very appreciable method, because in any pharmaceutical company, if we get an entry, there is your certification, the first certification chapter, you can calculate the molality by weight, means in gram, in kg. This is first chapter in your certification. After you can entry in your pharma. It's okay. Next point is also here a part per million. Part per million, concentration of solute, trace of quantity of solute in 10 raised to 6 part of solvent. 10 raised to 6 part of solvent. How much amount of solute is present? How much amount of solute is present? ppm. This is the already recall points. It's you can already study. Next point is the part per million. Next point we can start capacity of solution to dissolve solute. Hello. Hello.
हा सर.
ऐकू येते का?
हो येतो.
बर बर.
हा सर.
ठीक आहे. Next is capacity of solution to dissolve the solute. Different types of solvents to ability dissolve the solute is different, because it depends on intermolecular force of attraction of the ions. If the polar compound, it depends on ionic charges or intermolecular force of attraction. Capacity of solution to dissolve solute. This is our regular point. Now here is the different types of solute dissolve in different types of solvent. Now focus in the chapter, we see the solute, solid solute dissolve in a liquid, means solid liquid mixture. And another is gas dissolve in liquid. These two solutions we can study in here. Now first point is capacity of solute to dissolve in capacity of solution to dissolve in solute. Different types of solute is easily dissolved to normal temperature. Some solute is not dissolved in normal temperature. If we can increase the temperature, the solute can be dissolved fast. Some solutes cannot be dissolved fast when we increase the temperature. This is the different properties of solutes and solvents. It depends on number of factors: temperature, pressure, solute, solvent. These factors are affected by the solubility of the substance. This is the another point. But here is also say that the capacity of solution, how to dissolve the solute. Here is say that it's very simple and theoretical points, but you can understand. When solute you can add to the solvent, some amount of solute can be begins to the dissolve. At a certain point, the solute is completely dissolved. At that point, this solution called as the saturated solution. If we can add again and again the solute on this saturated solution, it gets returns to crystallize. Means the capacity of solvent to dissolve the solute is neutralized. The molecule cannot dissolve the solutes. It's again to crystallize its original condition. Means this is the capacity of solution to dissolve the solute. In your book, there is show the reaction solute plus solvent. Here we can write down solute plus solvent. This one reaction is sufficient to understand dissolution or crystallization. Solution. Here is the two-headed arrow showing. One half arrow show to dissolution. When solute added to solvent, dissolution takes place. Means the intermediate condition explained in this point. Which point? When a glucose or sugar you can mix in water, a certain amount sugar can be dissolved it completely, but with excess of sugar you can be added, then the solution is saturated, does not dissolve the next amount of solute further. But again, if the saturated solution, you can add again and again the solute sugar, then this reaction is reverse, means return to crystallization. Another point is here. This is one of the point we can explain here. What is the saturated solution? If we add more of solute, dissolve is stop. Means if we add more of solute and dissolution is stop, this solution is called saturated solution. And again, here is also one of the point at a certain state dissolve of solute return to recrystallize. This point also we are discuss here. And more amount of solute of solvent is called as supersaturated solutions. Means if a solute quantity is larger, this solution called as supersaturated solution. And this supersaturated solution is unstable solution. These 4-5 points are included in capacity of solution to dissolve the solute. In which point we can explain, I can repeat again. Now first is the different types of solute and solvent. If the solute we can be dissolve the solvent, they continuously dissolve a certain amount. At that time, the capacity of solvent is over. The dissolution is stopped. And this solution called as the saturated solution. And if we add the solute again and again, the supersaturated solution can be reverse the reaction and to form the crystalline solute. These points are included in this topic. Here is also one of the point, saturation, supersaturation. What is supersaturation? Supersaturation means excess of amount of solute is added, there is no dissolution takes place, and these conditions of the solution called as the supersaturated solutions. These points is very easy to understand because our daily examples can be here. Sugar and water example, we know that. Salt and water example, we know that. And hence these points very easy to understand, and this topic is essential to understand because the next topics depends on these examples, its conditions, temperatures. Yes, next point is solubility. Solubility. What is solubility? Different amount of solvent, its capacity to dissolve the solute molecules or number of moles of solute dissolved in solvent. Solubility of different solvents is different. Different solute is different. It depends on temperature, pressure, solute and solvent. Solubility is also depends on solute, solvent, temperature and pressure. Define the solubility. Number of types of definitions are present here. We see first, because last 10 minutes here remaining. Solubility, maximum amount of solute dissolved in solvent. Solvent in its equilibrium. It's called as solubility. Whatever or any types of solute dissolve in solvent, the capacity of solvent to dissolve up to its equilibrium point, means saturated point, is called as solubility. Another one definition are here. Solubility of solute is its amount per unit volume saturated solution of a specific temperature. Per unit volume, if dissolved in that contain, if per unit volume of substance or solute dissolved in that amount of solvent at a presence temperature, is called as solubility. And another one definition here, maximum amount of solute dissolved in solvent in its equilibrium is called as solubility. Factor affecting the solubility. Next points is factor affecting the solubility, and it's very essential points because it depends on the next points, Henry's law, Raoult's law. Now factor affecting, it depends on the nature of solute. Factor, which factor affect the solubility of solute? It depends on the solute, solvent, temperature and pressure. Which points? Solute, solvent, temperature, pressure. Solubility is depends on which type of solute, which type of solvent, which type of pressure, which type of temperature. Means if the temperature is more, solubility more, some solutes, not all solutes. Some solutes, if we can increase the temperature, solubility is decreases, because the example of sodium sulfide, you very well known sulfur powder, it's one of the experiment in senior college. Sulfur powder, if we can heat it in test tube, it freezes, not a dissolve, but some amount of substance. If you can given a ice cube in a test tube and heat given, then ice cube is dissolved, because molecule of solute of ice is dissolved when you can giving the temperature, but sodium sulfate is freeze when you can given the amount of heat. And these properties depends on temperature, some properties depends on pressure, because if we can increase the pressure, amount of pressure, the gas molecules can be evolved out. Gas molecules is evolved out. means volume of this solution is decreases. Pressure affects on the substance or solute, and if the solute, how to depends on solubility of solute, because some solutes are the polar, some solutes are non-polar. NaCl polar, it's easy dissolved to H2O, because H2O are also polar. Dipole-dipole interaction takes place, interaction force between these polar charges. But some solutes are non-polar, because example of naphthalene non-polar, it's only dissolved in benzene. One question is arise here, why naphthalene is dissolved, why naphthalene not dissolved in water? This is one of the question. Naphthalene is not dissolved in, basically not dissolved in water, because naphthalene is non-polar solute, and hence it does not dissolve in water. It dissolves only in benzene, because benzene is also non-polar, means non-polar solute are dissolved in non-polar solvent. This is some solute, solvent, temperature and pressure. These four factors are affected on the solubility. We see here the general points, how to solute affected solubility, how to solvent affect solubility, because solute and solvent we giving the example of naphthalene and benzene. Another solubility example we can giving NaCl, H2O. Next is temperature, how to affect the temperature, because rise the temperature, increase the solubility. Some solutes only, not all solutes. Some solutes are, if we increase the temperature, decrease the solubility. And pressure, some amount of pressure, if we create the water molecules containing of the oxygen is evolved out. One of the example given in your book, current chemistry book, 12th book, American industries, some large amount of water can be utilized by water heating plants, and this hot water can be dragged out to the rivers and lakes. At that time, this hot water reacts with the presence of oxygen in this water, and this oxygen evolved out, means oxygen gas evolved out this presence water and affect the aquatic animals life, as like fishes or marine aquatic lives or animals can be affected or dies, means temperature affect the gases. In this way, these some points we can be explained. Now next point we can see here, nature of solute and solvent. We see the like, dissolve, like. For example, NaCl, H2O. Example, like, dissolve, like. NaCl plus H2O NaOH plus HCl. Here is also positive, negative charges present. Dipoles are created, reacts with H plus OH. Here this can be indicate also H plus and OH minus. Hence, here is this Na reacts with OH and H to form bond between the H plus and Cl minus to form NaOH and HCl, means like, dissolve, like. Nature of solute and solvent. Solute is also polar, solvent is also polar, and hence to form intermolecular attraction or intermolecular force between this solute and solvent and to form the bonds. In this way, the solubility here is like dissolve, like example, polar solute dissolve in polar solvent. Another example, this example discuss in your book. In this way, we can see here the polar charges reacts with polar solvent ions, and to complete the reaction or solubility, it takes place. Here is one of the example we already discussed why naphthalene is dissolved in benzene but not a water, because naphthalene is non-polar. Non-polar substance cannot be dissolved polar substance, polar solvent as like water, but it can be dissolved in non-polar solvent as like benzene. This answer this way. Second is effect of temperature on solubility. Effect of temperature on solubility is one of the most important or basic point, and this point, if a 5 or 2-3 minutes remaining, it cannot be completed here or not explained very